Hey everyone, welcome to Anki Basics, and today I'm going to do a very basic rundown of the Anki statistics. When you click on the stats button, it can be a little bit overwhelming, but have no fear. This video is perfect for somebody who's very new to Anki or for someone who wants to know what's actually important. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so when you open up Anki, you want to click on the stats tab, and this will show you obviously your stats. It's going to be like 10 different kinds, but we'll go through each of them one by one. The first one we will look at is the future due. This is basically showing you how many cards you will need to review each day. If we look at tomorrow or 5 days from now, we can see exactly how many cards and what kind of cards we are reviewing each day. Now, this is helpful for knowing how long you will be reviewing your flashcards each day, so you can adjust your study time accordingly. Now, I'm at the point where I can usually tell how long about 200 reviews will take. It will take me about 47 to 50 minutes, kind of in that ballpark. So I'm able to plan my day around that. And once you get to that point, you can do the exact same thing. Over time, you'll be able to build confidence and dial in your studying. Moving on to the next two stats, and that's calendar and the reviews stat. And I would say that these are pretty much useless, but they can be a little fun to look at. Now, I'm hoping in the next couple months, I'll be able to finally hit a milestone of 100,000 flashcard reviews. And that's crazy to think about, but it just takes a little bit every day. And now I'm almost there. And using the review stat, it's just fun to be able to keep track of which days you studied on and just to see your progress throughout. I've been doing it for about 2.5, 3 years. So again, unless you're really interested in that, just don't worry about it. Next, we see card counts, and this is another statistic that I don't use very often. And all it does is basically show you how much of each card type you have in that deck, or just Anki as a whole. A young card means that the card has graduated from the learning phase and is now a review. A mature card is a young card whose intervals are longer than, I think it's like 30 days. And then you have relearning cards, and those are basically young or review cards that you forgot, and now they're back in the learning cycle, so you can help drill them into your long-term memory. Now, don't worry if none of that made sense to you. Just click on the video down in the description below, and that will explain all of that, and then you can come back to this video. Then you have review intervals, and don't pay much attention to this at all. All it does is show you how many cards have certain intervals or how far they are spaced out from each other. But to be honest with y'all, I've never used this, so don't worry about it. Now we're moving on to card stability, and this is when things get a little bit more interesting, so hang with me. Card stability is Anki's measurement of how strong the card is in your memory and the likelihood that you're going to forget it. Every time you get a card right, the stability will increase, which will increase the amount of intervals or how far or how many days it takes for that card to be seen again. And then if you get the card wrong, the stability is going to decrease, which is going to make the card show up more frequently so you can lock it into your long-term memory. I like to think of it as a pendulum, and it kind of swings towards each of the sides depending on how hard the card is and how well you're memorizing it. If you want this in even simpler terms, don't worry about it, because one of the reasons I've been able to review almost 100,000 flashcards is because, one, I was consistent, and two, I did not overcomplicate it. So don't go looking at each of your statistics going, oh man, I wonder if I can increase that one or decrease this one. Don't worry about it. Just don't overcomplicate it. Next, we have card difficulty, and that's Anki's estimate of how well you know the card personally. Think of it as your guardian angel or protector, and it kind of watches you do all of your reviews. It's a little creepy, just kidding. But it's going to be able to mark cards that are more difficult for you, and then it will start recycling them and make them appear more often. Okay guys, we're almost there. Now we're on to card retrievability, which is Anki's estimate of how likely you are to remember a card if you reviewed it today. It's basically a percentage that slowly drops the further away from review that you had. So if you reviewed a card today, it's going to have a very high retrievability percentage. But after about 10 days, that percentage is going to start dropping and dropping and dropping up until the point that you reviewed again, which is exactly what Anki is supposed to do. It's supposed to review a card right as soon as you're about to forget it, so that it stores it in your long-term memory. So when you review it again, that retrievability percentage is going to go up. Again, this is another algorithmic thing that Anki is going to track by itself, so there's no need to worry about this. However, I do like to look at my average retrievability just to see how well I am prepared for exams, which means that right before an exam or a couple days before the exam, I will look at the cards that have a lower retrievability rather than wasting my time looking at cards that already have a 95% retrievability. That's a waste of time because you have such a high likelihood of remembering. You'd rather spend your time looking at cards that have a low likelihood of remembering them during the test. Now disregard my retention statistic because this is an add-on that does not come with Anki. I like to think of it as a more accurate answer button. So if you'd like for me to show you how to download it, use it more effectively, then leave a comment down below. Next, we will look at hourly breakdown, and despite what you may think, this is actually a really cool statistic. All it does is track your hourly breakdown of how many reviews you do each hour and how well you retain the flashcards during that specific time. This is helpful because you can look and see what times of the day that you retain the information the most. It helps me personally pinpoint the best times of the day for me to study so I can maximize my efficiency. You can look and see that my correct answers from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. are quite poor, and this is probably because it's right after I get out of class and I'm mentally fatigued. So what I've done is I've adjusted my study time to now about 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. because I looked at my statistics and I realized that I retain the most information during that window. So I'll study during lunch even. Again, this only works after a couple thousand reviews because you need Anki to get a good amount of data so it can estimate the best times to study. Finally, we have answer buttons, and this is a very, very important statistic to monitor. You know when you're doing your reviews and Anki asks you if you need to see the card again, if it was hard, if it was good, and if it was easy? Well, the answer buttons show you what percentage of the cards that you click each of those answers on. So it's a really good way of seeing how well you are retaining the information. However, I do recommend downloading the True Retention add-on because that is a much better and simple way of looking at those specific statistics. Now we're at the end. Let me put this in really simple terms for you guys. You only need to look at 4 of your statistics. All the other ones, don't do anything. Don't worry about them. You need to focus on your future due, your card retrievability, your answer buttons, and your card count. Don't worry about any of the other ones. You're just going to confuse yourself even more. Well, that is pretty much a rundown of the Anki statistics. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment below. I'll be really happy to answer them. Remember to study hard, study smart, and I'll see you guys next time.